Okay, so guys, so this is robotics. Okay, so for this course, robotics, okay, you'll be going through different sessions where you're going to learn from your basics. Okay, your basics, as in these are some of the aspects of robotics which you're going to go through for this semester. Okay, so basically, you'll be learning what is general robotics, like what is the robotic structure, what it is made up of, so that it will help you to frame your own robot to build it up in the later sessions. So, and next you'll be learning about the general definitions of what it means, okay, and your robotic modeling, which is very important, okay. That is why you learn the structures. You learn the basic structures so that you are able to model a robot of your own, which should be our end result, okay. And you'll also learn about actuators and its driving systems. Okay, so these terms, your actuator, driving system, sensors, okay, these are all the stuff that help you in building a robot, okay, which helps you in the movements of the robot. Okay, so you will learn the how the actuators, okay, what is the actuator, where it should be used, okay, what is the driving system, where it should be used, okay, what are sensors, what are the different types of sensors, okay, that exist, okay, in the robotics, in building a robotics, and how can a sensor be used to to complete a task and all that, okay. And there are like different sensors according to your requirement or your objective. You can select the type of sensor that you want. So you will also learn about the different types of sensors that are there, and you will also learn about kinematics, that is forward and inverse kinematics to be precise. Okay, so this will help you to understand the reason or the purpose as to why you are opting for a certain driving system. Okay, and also about robot control. Why should you learn about robot control? So like I've told you, you will learn the basic structures, you will learn how to model a robot, okay, you will learn to go for a framework, okay, you will fetch a framework, you will start modeling a robot, you will also learn about these different components, you also know the physics behind the robotics, the kinematics, everything, and you've done developing, okay, you're good, you've done developing your system, that is your robot, okay. Now you should know how to control it, right? So that is the most important part here, okay. And robot programming, okay, we have something called robot programming, which is very interesting, because using robot programming, okay, it helps you to accomplish the task, okay, in simpler terms, okay. You need not have to go do things manually, rather having a programmed robot will help you to have a good intelligent system, okay. And your robots with external sensors, okay, like I told you, sensors are also built inside these robots, okay, so that they do a task. And we can also have external sensors which will help us to monitor them, okay. And we'll also look into different robotic applications that are now being produced, and now they are being, like they work in the manufacturing industries, okay. So these are all some of the aspects of robotics which we are going to look through in this course, okay. And as we begin, okay, we just have an introduction to robotics in this session, okay. So the common thing is, so what is a robot? Okay, so when I tell a robot, the common thing that comes to someone's mind is a mechanical structure which can walk, which can talk, okay. We are simply trying to give a replica of a human being, right? So that is what we are trying to do. We are trying to bring a replica of a human being, a human being, as in the activities which a human can do that a mechanical component should be able to do. That is what we are trying to do here. That has become our objective. Okay. So I hope you are very clear about that. Okay. And here, okay, so what is a robot? As in, it is not just a mechanical device or a mechanical component, but it is an electromechanical device. Okay. What it means is that, okay, what we're trying to tell when it is an electromechanical device, as in there are 3 points, okay, which you are going to remember. Okay. The first one is reprogrammable, okay, and the second one is multifunctional, And the third one is sensible for environment. Okay, that is reprogrammable, as in I can assign a work. Okay, I am going to assign a work to a robot. Okay, and that is there are two options. Okay, I've given it a command. The robot will either do the function or not do the function. There is a yes and no. Okay, so there is a reprogrammable option here. Multifunctional. Okay, as in when I tell it's multifunctional, it will be able to do different actions or multiple functions at the same time. Yes, and when I tell sensible for environment, it should accept to its environment. Okay, when it is doing an action, okay, or its own existence should be sensible enough to the environment or the surrounding within. Okay, that is what I simply mean here. So I hope you, when somebody asks you what is a robot, you don't just tell other stuff. Rather, you just tell them it's an electromechanical device. Okay, as a student who's learning this course, when somebody asks you what is a robot, you should be able to tell them it is an electromechanical device. Okay. Okay, and your next one is we'll just look into the different types of robots. Okay, different types of robots that are here. Probably, the common thing is we do see or we even use different robots on a daily or on a day-to-day basis. Okay, but we do not know that they are robots. Okay, we do not even know that they are robots. Okay, so some of them are manipulators. Okay, this you would have. If there's a possibility that you could see in industry. Okay, these are all called as industrial robots. Okay, a manipulator, a legged robot, a wheeled robot, an autonomous underwater vehicle, an unmanned aerial vehicle. Okay, so these are all these autonomous underwater vehicle and unmanned aerial vehicle. These are the robots that have come in the recent years. Okay, and so what is the purpose of having a robot? Okay. It is not just to do something what, like I told you in the very beginning of the session, that we are trying to simply mimic the actions of a human being, right? Trying to mimic what a human can do. Okay, so that was the first step. Okay, when robots were built. Okay, that was the first step, or that was the first idea. But as time started going by, okay, they wanted these robots to do the task which humans were unable to do, okay, or which were also harmful for the humans. Okay, so what happens here is we have something called decontaminating robot. Okay, so this what does it do? It helps in cleaning the pump housing in the nuclear power plant. Okay, so when human has to do this, okay, there is a high chance, okay, since this is a dangerous cleaning process to do, there is a high chance for a human to be affected. So for these purposes, for decontamination, okay, and also for works which are harmful or repetitive, okay, and stressful, okay, as technology grew, okay, and as the years passed by, these robots were used to not replace humans, but they were used to safeguard humans. Okay, and these are also done for like for example is a scrub mate robot. Okay, so to do tasks, okay, which the humans do not want to do. Okay, for all these manual tasks, robots can be used. Okay, so now we'll just look into the history of robotics. Okay, when I tell history of robotics, okay, so we cannot just tell that it was probably it is here, like 10 or 15 years back. No way. Okay, as you can see, okay, you have something called a water clock system. I'll just tell you. Okay, this began in the time of 250 BC. Okay, this was recorded from 250 BC. Like I told you, like people, like many do not know, they do use robotics or robots, okay, in their daily day-to-day basis, but they have no idea that it is an automation system, right? So I'll be explaining what it is and from which time we've been using it. Okay, so the basic one is your water clock. Okay, like this was probably done 2000 years back. Okay, the water clock, okay, all these pulley systems, okay, these were all the basic robotic automation which was done years earlier, okay. And now coming to, they also had, like different from time to time. Okay, time to time, they had different automations. As you can see, it was not just from 250 BC and now to 2020 or 21, something like that. Okay, this was from 250 BC, and from time to time, there was invention in 60 AD, then 1250, okay, 1640, okay, from a period of time to time, they had certain automators or automations. Okay, and as you can see in 1738, okay, this was a very this was very innovative because 1738 they had a duck, a mechanical duck, okay, which could quack, bathe, drink water, it could eat, digest, and it could also void it. Okay, so they did have a mechanical duck. Okay, and they also had a doll in 1805 which could write, and write and also could draw. So they were probably up ahead, okay, even years back. Okay, and here, okay, and then later on, okay, it was now when I tell robotics, it has come to the submersible boats and all that, okay, the Tesla systems, okay, the automations, okay, that is where this has come up to, okay. So probably I think I've given you an idea about from where robotics began and now, okay, how technology has carried it over, okay. And also, this is a common fact, okay, a common fact about robotics when you learn, okay, the term robot, okay, this was brought in a play, okay, by Carol Capek, okay. So there was a play called Rossum's Universal Robots. That is where the word robot, okay, which was from robota, okay, which means servitude or forced labor, okay. So this is where the term robot was first used, okay. So, okay. So this was about the play, okay, and all that. Okay. Okay. So I think I've given you a good idea. Okay. And as you can see in the 1940s too. Okay, there was a dog, okay, that is a mechanical dog. Okay, mechanical dog was also built. Okay, there have been different turtles, okay, mechanical turtles and all that. Okay, so from time to time, I can assure you that as there has been invention of different robotic, okay, electromechanical devices or robotic devices on our planet. Okay, so now, okay, I hope you have understood, okay, the basics, okay, what are robotics, okay. So probably you have been using certain automations every day and you never knew that it was a electromechanical device or a robot at all, a robotic device at all, right? Now you're going to watch a video, okay, a video as in a video of which it will show you how robotics has evolved now in the recent years. Okay, in the very recent years. You'll be watching the video and try to understand, okay, try to analyze, okay, they'll be showing different robotics, okay, they'll be doing different, they'll be trying to accomplish different tasks, okay, so you'll have to understand how the robotics has grown up. Like we did saw duck, there was a mechanical duck, dog, turtles and all that, okay. What is the reason, okay, and how the advancement of the technology has phased up in the current years. Okay, so as you watched in the video, okay, so from the beginning, okay, there were there are different uh, robotic devices, right? There are different robotic devices, and I can tell you, okay, the first thing which you should have noticed is they were in a training session, okay, they were in a training session. They were in a training session where the first thing, right, they had to work on was how to avoid the obstacles, right? Certain obstacles were given to them, okay? They had an objective, okay? They had a job or a function to finish it, but certain obstacles were given to them, okay? Right? Probably when you watch the video, you would have seen a man. Okay, the first thing a man was trying to, like a man was trying to prevent the device from picking up the load. Okay, was a man was preventing it. Okay, and the second time there was probably a banana peel on the floor, okay, where the robot slipped away. Okay, so this was a training session. And when these obstacles were given, okay, what happened here? When a man was preventing, okay, the robot never left it the same way, right? The robotic device, what was the outcome of it? Even after the man prevented the robotic device from picking up the box, the robotic device, right, robotic device went back to went back to accomplishing the task, right? Went back to accomplishing the task. So that is what is needed. Okay, so that is what training sessions are for. Okay, that is training and testing sessions. That is what they are for. And the banana peel incident. Okay, what is the advantage of this training session was, okay, even after the fall, okay, even after the fall, the robotic device, okay, started moving, right? The robotic device was moving, okay, but okay, the robotic device was moving. He was back on his feet, the device was moving, but the point to be noted here was, okay, if the vision system, okay, if the vision system or the sensors of the robotic device, okay, had given a perfect, view, had given a perfect view to the robotic device, the fall would have been prevented, right? So this is what, what these training sessions and testing sessions are for, to find out if these robotic devices are able to accomplish their task when an obstacle is brought to them. Okay, that is a very common thing in these training sessions. And as you probably saw, as their training sessions went on, the robots were able to do somersaults. They were able to carry heavier weights, right? It was comparatively, we could tell it was perfect. Okay, perfection. So that is what you try to do. You provide a objective to the robot, okay? And in the process, you try to find out, okay, their accuracy, their precision of doing the work, okay? What are the obstacles that they face, everything, and you try to solve it for them, okay? So I hope you have understood, okay, uh, understood the session, okay, how it is going to work, what are all the topics that you're going to learn. Okay, and next class, okay, we'll have a bit more, a clear view of how these robotics work, okay, about different classifications of robots, okay, how they are classified, what are the types, okay, and how we are going to use these sensors into them. Okay, okay, guys, so this will be the end of this first session for you. Okay, we'll meet up in this next session.